Hi there and welcome to my Game Week 3 team selection. Game Week 2 was good to me, it was a green arrow and I'm hoping the same for Game Week 3. I've got a couple of issues in this team, so we're going to run through player by player, but I'm also going to run you through potential transfers I'm going to make before the deadline. If that sounds good to you, do me a favour, drop a like and subscribe, get in the comments to let me know what transfers you're making this game week. Starting with Dean Henderson, what a failure this goalkeeper signing has been. 2 games have gone, no sign of a clean sheet, just 3 points we've got to show for the 2 fixtures. Now, Crystal Palace don't look in a great position. They've sold their key players. Anderson's gone Fulham, it looks like Gayhe's going Newcastle. Yes, they finally made a signing. Lacroix's joined from Wolfsburg, looks a good signing, so that's one, but they're going to need more. So I can't see clean sheets, and the next fixture up is Chelsea. I had a quick look at the clean sheet odds. They're 12% to keep a clean sheet, so it's not looking good, and I'm not expecting anything from Dean Henderson this game week. Let's have a look at my defense, and I'm lining up with a back 3, starting with Trent. As you can see, Trent so far has delivered. Game week 1, 8 points. Game week 2, 6 points. And that's with managed minutes. Slot's been looking after him. 76 minutes, 71 minutes. I don't think this will continue all season, even though Bradley's an excellent understudy. I just think it's early in the season. Slot wants to make sure that everyone's looking good, keep looking after them with the international tournament. So I expect him soon to be playing 90 minutes. Trent's XG figures have been not too bad considering he's a right back, but he does come into some gorgeous positions and he's really should have had 2 or 3 assists already this season. Liverpool's clean sheet odds against United are not looking the best. It's only got 24% for likelihood of keeping a clean sheets. I do expect United to score. They're at home. Although I see Liverpool winning, so you never know. Trent could still get an attack in return for us. Liverpool's predicted goals for this fixture is 2.1, which is decent if you've got Jota in your or Salah in your team. And his predicted points is 3.23, which is decent considering it's an away fixture against Manchester United. I actually think he's going to surpass that because I'm thinking attack in return is due. Robinson, he's been very good. We're very happy. Last week he gave us 7 points. Looks to be playing in a team full of confidence actually, and the fixtures are lovely. So from that perspective, a 4.5 million defender, we're more than happy. His next fixture is Ipswich away as well. You never know. Maybe an attack in return or a clean sheet. Long as we get one of those, we'll be more than happy. Last up in my defense is Konsa. He's playing because Hall is going to be on the bench. I don't fancy him against Tottenham, and I don't even know if he's going to be starting. He might have lost his position. I'm hoping for a clean sheet, and when I had a quick look, Aston Villa's chances of keeping a clean sheet are at 34%, so you never know. Let's have a look at my midfield, starting with Jota the Slotter. I love him as a player and I love him as an FPL asset. At 7.5 million, he's doing bits. And you know what? We've been unlucky. He should have returned a couple of more goals, to be honest. It's been that close. Not like him to miss those chances, but I think he's just warming up. As long as he stays fit, we've got an excellent asset on our hands. I don't think it's a decision whether you have him or Salah. I think you have both if you really want Salah. Otherwise, Jota has to be in your team. The value for a number 9 playing in this Liverpool attack is too good to be true with those fixtures as well. So for me, he's an easy pick. And at times, I'll be looking to captain him as well. I know the Manchester United fixture is away, an inferior, difficult one, but Liverpool are predicted to score 2.1 goals in this upcoming game. And then when you look at Manchester United clean sheet odds, they're at 12%. So I think there's an attack in return for us in this fixture. Beside Jota is Bruno Fernandes. He's been a frustrating own for me. He's actually gone down in money. He's 8.4 million. So it's costing me money as well as not delivering the points. First 2 fixtures, he's put up the stats. His XG and XA is pretty good. In fact, he's one of the most unluckiest players in the first 2 game weeks. Now he's got Liverpool. Yes, it's at home. And you never know with Bruno. He takes penalties and set pieces. So something could still happen, but I'm not that confident. I'd love to have Saka or Palmer instead of him, like a lot of the managers in my mini leagues. The only hope here of Bruno, Manchester United are predicted to score 1.4 goals, so at least 1 goal in this fixture. Is he going to be involved? You'd like to think so. So let's see. Ideally, I would transfer him out for someone else, but I don't have the luxury of that because as you can see in my team, I've got other fires I need to fight. Smith Rowe's an easy pick. I really like him. I think a lot of the Arsenal fans always spoke highly of him. Just that Arsenal team is too good. He couldn't get the minutes. Now he's at Fulham. It looks like he's going to start showing us his quality. He already scored a goal last week. Got the bonus points. It was a 10-pointer. It was so needed, especially in my team. The next fixture is Ipswich away. Again, this is a good possibility here for Smith Rowe returns, as long as the minutes are good. Again, he's another player that was managed in game week 1, so we need to see. As long as he gets the 90 minutes, I fancy him to deliver or something in this. Last in my midfield is Anthony Gordon. Now, they've got a midweek fixture. He actually played and came on as a sub and scored his penalty, so that's good for confidence for him. Newcastle are underwhelmed. Now, they've played 2 games in the Premier League and they've not looked that great. I know one of them was of a red card. They actually won that game, but the second fixture wasn't that good as well, where they drew against Bournemouth. Antony, though, does look a threat. I'm more than happy to start him in this fixture, especially against Spurs. I looked at the last 5 games between Spurs and Newcastle and there's been 25 goals. For some reason, this fixture just delivers goals, so hopefully Antony can be on the end of some of those. You could see his XG at the moment is on 0.7 and his XA is on 0.4. Nothing special, but it's okay considering it's only 2 game weeks in. Tottenham's clean sheet odds are at 16%. Yep, like I said, this game delivers goals. And Newcastle's predicted goals in this fixture is near 2 goals. It's at 1.85. And Gordon's predicted points are at 4.29. I'm hoping they can get a goal and surpass that like last week. Let's have a look at my strikers, starting with Nkunku and Solanke. He's a player I need to sort out. Now, he missed the money fixture against Everton, so I was really upset about that. Now, he's not been spotted in training pitches I've seen midweek. What am I going to do with him? I was really hoping that he can actually start the next game against Newcastle. Like I spoke about a minute ago, this fixture tends to have goals. He would have been perfect for it. Now it's sounding like he's not going to be ready and he'll be ready after an international break. So he's a player, considering my bench and the state of it, that I might need to move on. In my next section, I'll talk about potential transfers. Will we see another monster haul from Haaland? After last week's performance, you never know with this guy. They're predicted to score 2.45 goals in an away fixture against West Ham, which isn't an easy game. It tells you how strong Manchester City are. West Ham's probability of keeping a clean sheet is at 9%. It's not looking good for them. Haaland starting, of course, if you own him, he's starting 15 million, you have to start him. Last in my starting team is Isak. For the similar reasons to Gordon, I'm happy to play him against Spurs. I'm hoping he gets the 90 minutes. He did play quite a lot of minutes in the midweek fixture, which I wasn't happy about, but Newcastle needed him. He scored his penalty, so that's good news. He did take a heavy tackle, and at one stage I was thinking, oh, he might be in trouble here. That would have been the end of me. I would have had to wildcard, because I've got too many issues in my team. I don't think I could have handled an Isak injury. I know loads of you are transferring out Isak for Watkins. Makes perfect sense. If you've got the 0.5 million, Watkins fixtures are gorgeous. Villa go into a nice run of fixtures. But for me, it seems 1 week too early. You have to give Isak the fixture against Spurs. There's going to be goals in that game. Yes, I already said Newcastle not playing that well, but that just adds to it. This game could be end to end. I'm predicting Newcastle to win 3-2, so I'm hoping Anthony Gordon and Isak got those attacking returns for me. Having a quick look at the bench, again, Matthews, I say this every week, ignore him, he doesn't even play. Nkunku on my bench is a problem, I know. He's already gone down in money, loads of you already moved him on, fair play to you. I wanted to wait, there's a bit of hope in me thinking maybe if he doesn't play the midweek fixture, he might play the Premier League game against Crystal Palace. Then it will solve a lot of my issues. I could just drop Nkunku Solanke and play Nkunku. At the moment, it's looking like both of them are not going to play, to be honest, and I'm going to have to make a transfer, which I'm going to talk about in the next section. I'm going to show you alternatives to Solanke and alternatives to Nkunku. Beside him is Harwood playing against Brentford away. I'm hoping I don't need to go that deep into my bench. Last on my bench is Hall, for 2 reasons. I already spoke about there's going to be goals in this fixture, so I don't think Newcastle are going to keep a clean sheet. The second part is I'm not even sure he's going to start. He lost his position against Bournemouth, where Kelly came on and Eddie Howe spoke about height and other reasons for this, but I'm not quite sure he's going to start. Regardless, even if he did, I'm not going to start him in this game. I think there's too many goals. Captain at the moment is with Haaland. I don't have much alternatives. If I had Palmer or Saka, those two are perfect captain alternatives. So let me know in the comments who you're captaining. Right, let's have a look at my transfer plan, starting with Nkunku. He's the first issue I need to fix. He's already gone down in money. You could see he's 6.4 million. I've not sold him, so this is a problem for me. I'm going to lose money on the player I'm selling, and I'm going to lose money because the players that I want, a lot of them have already gone up. But anyway, forget about the money part. I still have 0.5 million in the bank, so that should help me be able to reach the majority of the midfielders that I'm looking at. The first midfielder I'm considering moving from Nkunku is Semenyo. Now, you didn't expect that. When I looked at the stats, I was quite surprised. I've done a video midweek with the Scoutcast, and we were shocked to look at his XA and XG. Honestly, unbelievable. He's top of both numbers. He started the season really well. Now, the only thing to consider for me is the fixtures. The next one is gorgeous, Everton away, but after that, Chelsea at home. Maybe not so bad the way Chelsea are defending, but Liverpool away is a horrid one. But then back to Southampton at home and Leicester away. So he's definitely on my list. I've not pressed the button yet. I've got another 2 days before I make this decision. Unless Nkunku is going to drop again, which could force my hand. I can handle 0.1, but 0.2 of a drop And Bournemouth are predicted to score 1.4, so nearly 1.5 goals against Everton. So it's a nice fixture. It is really tempting me, and it'll be a bit different. It'll be a differential. Not many people in your mini leagues will own him. The next player I'm looking at is Rodgers. Now, let me guess. The majority of you that had Nkunku and already sold him went straight to Rodgers, or maybe Smith Rowe if you already had Rodgers. But for me, I can totally see why you've gone there. Two things: the fixtures. Leicester away, Everton at home, Wolves at home, Ipswich away, and then Manchester United at home. Fixtures are flawless. The second part has been his performances. Now, the position he's playing in is a very unusual one. He's trusted by Unai Emery to drive through central positions. Normally, you only allow that for the elite players, because if you lose the ball in central positions, it's a big problem for your back four. Hence why normally you allow your 1v1 players to be wide, where if they do lose it, it's a bit further away from your goal. He's allowed to drive through the middle. If you saw him against the Arsenal game, I was astonished to see what he was doing in that game against world-class players like Odegaard and Rice. Almost an 8, driving a 10, at times a striker position. He's been unfortunate not to return. In fact, he put one on a plate for Watkins, who really flopped it. I'm not quite sure how Arsenal kept a clean sheet. It was more to do with Watkins just missing an easy chance. So for me, I can see why many have gone there. And maybe if I had to pick right now, he could be my favorite. As I said, I'm still not sure yet. Part of me is hoping that Nkunku does actually play. And the last option I've got that I couldn't move from Nkunku is Minter. Now, when I say the last option, there's other options, but these are the 3 options I really like. Minter's got the difficult fixture first, maybe the most horrible fixture, Arsenal away. The way Arsenal defend, they don't really free up much chances. But after that, Ipswich at home, Nottingham Forest at home. That is gorgeous. Now, there is something else that's actually preventing me. There is another Brighton player I like the look of, and it's a forward, which we're going to talk about soon. And I'm not sure about doubling it up on Brighton. So that's the reason I'm not sure about Minter, even though I do love his performances. I like what he's been playing. Ticks a lot of the boxes. So for me, he's the one out of these 3, he's probably my 3rd choice. And my other potential transfer is Nkunku Solanke. I spoke about earlier on. He wasn't spotted in training pictures. It's a real pain, missing the Everton fixture, and now he's still in my team. He hasn't gone down in price yet, but I can imagine that's inevitable. Now I've got 7.5 million invested in him, and I've got 0.5 in the bank, so it's not too bad. I was thinking actually at one stage Havertz has already gone up to 8.1, so there goes that. So I've got 3 options that I'm considering. Let's start with Muniz. Muniz is really impressed, and again, he's been another one who's unfortunate not to return. He's been playing well, getting the shots off. A lot of the stats are favouring him. And then we can add the fixture. Next fixture is Ipswich away, then West Ham at home, Newcastle at home, Nottingham Forest away, then Man City. That's the horrible fixture. Price is quite nice, 6.1. He's gone up, which is quite annoying. Similar to my Nkunku scenario, a lot of players are moving in price. The price rises have been vicious at this start of the season. What are you guys doing? Everyone's just buying and selling players. People are getting frustrated really quick. And with Fulham predicted to score at least 1.55 goals in this game, surely this could be the game week where he actually returns. The next player I was considering is Pedro. Now, this guy ticks a lot of boxes, and I'm actually quite frustrated. I would have started the season with him if I knew he was going to play. I was skeptical. He missed the majority of preseason, played the last preseason game. Next thing you know, he's straight into the team. The reason I really like Pedro, first of all, he's cheap. 5.5, well, he's 5.6 now, he's gone up. Again, everyone's buying and selling players. Apart from cheap, he's a penalty taker and playing in his Brighton team, and in playing in advanced positions, maybe not as advanced as the other Brighton striker I'm going to talk about soon, but still advanced enough where he can impact the game. He got the winner against United. You saw the position he took up, ghosted in the back post, got the header. Yes, it was poor marking, I know, but still, he was in the position, and more importantly, he's playing the minutes. A lot of us thought with his injury record, he's going to be managed, and the amount of attacking options Fabian has at Brighton, we thought, the minutes won't be there, but he's playing. So for me, it's hard to look by. The only thing that's stopping me from pressing a button on this one, ASAP, is the fixture. The Arsenal away fixture is horrible. It's not a nice fixture. It's weird to bring in a player with the worst fixture straight up, but he makes the logical sense because after that you get Ipswich at home, and then Nottingham Forest at home, Chelsea away, and Tottenham at home. Even the 2 last fixtures, I've got them as middle difficulty, but there's going to be goals in those fixtures, and this Brighton team has started pretty good. So Pedro's one of my favourites to replace Solanke, but his teammate is someone else I never thought I would consider. Welbeck. Who would have thought we'd be considering Danny Welbeck in 2024? But here we are. He started the season so well, he's actually here on merit. Just like Pedro, he's 5.5. One of the big concerns with him is the injury record, but for now he's playing the minutes. He's another player that's playing the majority of the games, so there's no issue there. He's actually the second highest scoring forward in FPL with 21 points, only 3 points behind Haaland. What a bargain. Is it too good to be true? Well, you never know with international break coming up. If he can get past the Arsenal game and you can own him for the Ipswich at home, Nottingham Forest at home, they're the two bankers. He needs to be fit over that. He doesn't play international football no more, so that's a big plus. Just trade in, and you'd be very unlucky if you bought him in against Arsenal and he gets injured in international break. But he's definitely one I'm considering. It's a 50-50 split between the two Brighton attackers. Welbeck playing the number 9 further forward, more than likely to be at the end of crosses and chances provided by the team, but then Pedro with the penalties. So you see what I'm thinking about. I'm not quite sure. Let me know in the comments who you think I should go for out of these attackers to replace Nkunku Solanke. I hope you enjoyed the video, but more importantly, I hope you found the video useful. Do me a favor, get in the comments and let me know what transfers you've made this week, whether you're on wildcard or you're rolling. I'm always intrigued to see what other FPL managers are doing. Before you jump off to your next video, do me a favor, like, subscribe and share the video. I'm trying to reach my next milestone, which is 1,000 subscribers, and I can only do that with your help, so I'd really appreciate that. If you haven't made your transfers, I highly recommend watching this video on the screen right now. It's got 3 incredible transfers you should definitely consider. It's got the Game Week 2 headlines and my Game Week 2 team, which I've done not too bad.